Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have the pleasure of sitting down with the interim director for the LaGrange Art Museum, and I want to just say real quickly, the museum is celebrating its 60th anniversary of being existent here at LaGrange. I have interim director Lynne Holle. Lynne, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Alton.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you come on, Lynne. I've had other members of the LaGrange Art Museum on in the past, but I don't think I've ever had the opportunity to sit down with you and just kind of talk about what you do there at the museum. Before we get started doing that, tell us a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind.
So I was born and raised in Greenville, Georgia, so 30 minutes away from here.
Okay.
My mother was an art educator, so I was able to attend public school in Troup County, and went all the way through high school and graduated from LaGrange High. Then I studied art at Auburn University.
Okay.
And then after Auburn, I returned back to LaGrange, Greenville,
okay, and
started working at the museum when I was 24.
Wow. That's been a few moons ago, right?
It has.
Right. But, you know, I heard your mother was an artist.
Yes.
And you think that inspired you to take the path that you've chosen?
I think so. She's an art education specialist.
Okay.
So, you know, she really fosters creativity and did that with me and many other children in Troup County.
Yeah, I'm sure, right? I can still remember back to my seventh grade teacher, very well-renowned, known artist here in our area, Miss Green.
Yes.
She was my art teacher in the seventh grade, and no attributing to her, but I'm not a very good artist at all, because, you know, it really takes an imaginative mind to be able to sit down and to conceive an idea and then put it on paper. As we were talking before we came on, those right-brain thinkers can do that very well, I'm sure.
Yes.
The museum is celebrating 60 years of being in existence. 1963, that was a great year.
It was.
Great year.
That was the year the museum was founded,
yeah,
by a local group of artists and art enthusiasts. So they really wanted to give local artists an exhibition opportunity, and then also to create education, art education for children and adults in our community.
Okay, and I know, you know, I was at once upon a time, my big has grown up to be a young man now, moved on, and I remember coming there one Saturday. You all had the art lessons and classes that you could bring out your littles to and everything. And I just remember how well he enjoyed that, you know, event that Saturday. And I know that you guys still have a lot of things going on, a lineup of various programs.
We do.
Now, you all, at your annual meeting there, had a guest speaker for the anniversary?
Yes, and we talked about a little bit of the museum's history, and, you know, our building's history as well, because we are housed in a 1892 historic jailhouse.
Yes, most don't know that.
Yes, so most people think it's a church.
Yeah.
We get a lot of visitors that come in who, I guess because it's painted white, maybe that's why.
Yeah.
And it's kind of Victorian, so the steeple, I think,
right,
makes people think it's a church.
Okay.
But yeah, the Troup County Jail, and it was transformed to the Art Museum in 1978.
That's right. Okay. And I noticed the murals. They have a very nice mural out there on the front wall.
Yes.
And it changes up.
Yes, well, currently it's artist Dennis Bugg. He is our art preparator, so he helps me hang the exhibitions and lay out each exhibition, but he's also a very talented artist. Yeah. And I was looking through images of past exhibitions, and we had one of his in, I think it was 1993. So he's, you know, been involved with the museum for quite some time too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know, art is just something that changes right before your eyes, and you look at it, and people interpret and see different things in it. I was looking at a painting just the other night with a friend of mine, and when you look at it, you know, from first glance, it looked like the peaks of mountains. But then when you look at it again, you can see there's a run of horses that's in the painting there. So it's just, art is something, very imaginative and very creative, that's for sure.
Everybody's interpretation is different,
It's
too.
different, that's right.
And that's the beauty of it.
That's right, absolutely. Well, you all have some things lined up for the community to get involved with at the museum there. Lauren, we just want to talk about, I'm going to have to say this one really slowly.
Okay.
It's the Many Artful Visions. Talk a little bit about that and what that's all about.
And that is our early education outreach program.
Okay.
So we go to different schools, and this is our, I think, 5th year doing it, and it's sponsored by the Georgia Council for the Arts.
Okay.
So we get an education grant to provide this programming. But we have educators go into the schools and using our artwork from our permanent collection, and have the children interpret it, and then use that to develop language skills so that they're talking about the artwork. And we use visual thinking strategies with that. And it promotes, it's asking them questions like, what's going on in this image?
Okay.
So it's promoting language development is what the program is mainly for.
Seems like it's very thought-provoking to look at and interpret. Yeah.
And then they get to create their own artwork as well.
Oh, wow. From looking at the pictures or?
Yes.
Okay.
The one we're doing currently is we just went to Franklin Forest and Callaway Elementary Schools. But this program mainly focuses on kindergartners and first graders.
Okay.
So we just did that, and they were doing, I think, photography was their lesson. So they interpreted a photograph from John Lawrence. He was a local retired art professor at LaGrange College. We used his work as an example. And then they get to have a digital camera and be able to create their own artwork.
Wow.
Which is so cute to see.
I'm about to say, a digital camera, right?
Yeah. And then we, go through those, and then sometimes we have a little display for the kids. And usually we give them a complimentary membership too when we do these programs.
Well, very good.
So they bring their parents to the museum.
Well, good. And that's for kindergartners through the first graders, right? Very good. Starting them out young, there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's the purpose of this program. We were doing it with older students, like 4th and 5th graders, and then due to Georgia Council for the Arts, some of their initiatives. We were like, we should start earlier. We should start them and develop that foundation.
Yeah, absolutely. And
that appreciation for art.
I'm about to say, the minds are so impressionable, and when you see them and some of the things that come out of their, just interpretation of art is probably very exciting.
And it's things that you never would have seen.
That's right, absolutely. And this is being offered now, and just for kindergartners and first graders. Is there any charge for that, or is it?
It's sponsored by the Georgia Council for the Arts.
Okay, you did.
And say that. We did those with those 2 elementary schools in Troup County, and then we will be doing it with Meriwether County schools for their summer school programming.
Okay, all right.
So we go once a week for the month of June.
Okay,
and
very good.
Provide that.
All right. Some other things that you guys got on exhibit is highlighting contemporary art in Georgia. Picture this, and that will be running. It's running now. It started on April the 21st, and it goes through July the 15th. Talk a little bit about what that's entailing.
So it's 11 different artist works. They're all Georgia artists.
Okay.
And this exhibition is focusing on painting. It was organized by the University of Georgia and curated by Dee Dee Dunphy. She is the director of the Linden House in Athens.
Okay. So,
and they provide this. It's a traveling exhibition that goes to 5 other organizations, and is great for a small museum like ours, where, you know, we don't have too many curators or anything, so it's nice to have an exhibition that's already pulled together.
Gotcha.
And highlighting Georgia contemporary art is, you know, great for our community to see what else is going on in the state.
That's right. Now, you mentioned a moment ago about permanent exhibit, and then now you're talking about the traveling. So talk a little bit about that, and how do you all prepare for the ones that come in like this when you do have some permanent there in the museum?
Well, most of our exhibition space, it is dedicated to traveling.
Okay.
And then we do have a few galleries that we keep for our permanent collection.
Oh, okay.
And our permanent collection has over 700 works in it.
Oh, wow.
And it mainly focuses on Southeastern artists,
Okay.
with a lot of Georgia artists as well in the collection.
Okay. All right. And I've been there on occasions to come to the museum, and just to kind of meander through there. It's just to see some of the paintings and various things. It is kind of breathtaking there.
It is. I've had people come in and talk about how an exhibition was life-changing, and that's great to be able to see that and connect with our visitors too. I'm the first person that they see when they come in. My office is right there, and that's a good thing and a bad thing. But I get to know our visitors,
which is good, right?
Yeah,
good thing, absolutely. And then the summer's about to approach us, and then you all have some summer art camp, True Colors. Talk about how students can get involved with that.
Yeah, so it is from, we have different sessions for ages 3 to all the way to 18. So different weeks for different age groups.
Okay.
But so on Mondays, they come to the museum, do a tour, and they get to create their own work. And our art educators are Harris County art teachers.
Okay. All right.
Our lead art teacher this summer, and so she is well versed in children's art education.
Okay.
And she has a lot of great activities and projects planned. We're so excited, and that's how I started at the museum.
Okay, attending one of the summer camps, huh?
Well, yeah, I would have been, in I think middle school probably when I attended, but I also taught.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, very good. So, and it seems like you have it color coded here for each week. You got the green camp, you got the red camp, yellow camp. The blue camp and is running all the way through July the 28th. There will be no camp week of July the 2nd through the 8th.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, very good.
We give our teachers and the kids a nice break.
I can understand. Now, if there was a student that was wanting to get involved with the summer camp, how can they go about doing that, Laura?
If you go on our website,
okay,
and under the education tab, then there is. You click on Summer Art Camp. Okay. And then you can register online, or you can call the museum.
Okay. Well, Laura, I definitely want to thank you for coming on to being my guest today to help celebrate the 60th anniversary of the LaGrange Art Museum, and also to just hopefully inspire some young folks to come out to the Summer Art Camp, and also just to come in and take a look at the exhibits that you guys.
Yeah, we're free to the public, so yeah, the more the merrier.
The more the merrier. Right. Well, very good. Laura, thank you so much for being my guest today.
All right, thank you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more City Week coming up in just a moment. Welcome back, City Week, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, I always go right next door to Visit LaGrange to hear about all of the wonderful things taking place in and around our beautiful city. So take it away, Lynn.
Today I'm going to be talking about all of the events that are going to be happening in and around the LaGrange area during the week of May 29th through June 4th. So let's go. Monday, May 29th at 10 a.m., Memorial Day service held at Meadowway Gardens. The American Legion Post 75 will host a Memorial Day service at Meadowway Gardens beginning at 10 a.m. Please come out and honor the ones that gave their all for our freedoms. Another Memorial Day community event is Monday, the 29th from 4:30 to 6:30. There will be a Memorial Day community event for everyone at South Bend Park. This is open to the public and free. Guest speaker, local Marine veteran Stephen Cheek. Also, there will be veteran testimonials, music, and free hot dogs. Friday, July 2nd at 7 p.m., Strange LaGrange is back. Join Lewis Powell as he takes you on a walking tour of ghosts, legends, and spirited history in downtown LaGrange. Hear all about jailhouse ghosts, museum haunts, and more untold stories of Troup County. Tickets are available at Legacy Museum on Main, located at 136 Main Street, LaGrange. Saturday, June 3rd at 1 p.m., Pretty Good Books will host From Shiloh to Sapelo Book Talk. T.M. Brown, Mike to his friends and family, is the president of Hometown Novel Writers Association, Inc., based in Noonan, Georgia, and Southern author of the Shiloh Mystery Trilogy. Mike's newest book is The Last Laird of Sapelo, coming out August 15th by Kohler Books. In this fact-based historical novel, the Union's naval blockade threatens the coast in 1861. Randolph Spaulding finds himself caught between being the regimental commander of the militia sent to defend Sapelo Island and a prominent plantation owner trying to get one last cotton harvest in before evacuating his family and his enslaved workers and their families. Saturday, June 3rd at 7:30 p.m., Songwriter Showcase with Abigail Dodd and co-bill Sarah Jean Kelly, Pure Life House of Music. Singer, songwriter, guitarist Abigail Dodd grew up under the longleaf pines in the Sandhills region of North Carolina. Known for her storytelling and command of an audience, she has been called a writer of the highest caliber. The all-seeing eye. Her soulful voice and unique classical guitar style combined with the edgy bass of Jason Duff caught the attention of Acoustic Guitar magazine, which described the album Not What I Seem, the guitar-driven introspective folk of the 1970s as a touchstone, but so are blues and roots rock and roll. Pulling from her heritage of storytelling and determination, Dowd weaves hints of Celtic melodies with the soulful gospel of the South to create a sound that dances between folk, rock, and blues. Sarah Jean Kelly, a river beneath a river with an edgy sense of humor. Sarah Jean Kelly is an explorer, a rescuer, naturalist, and an active member of her creative community. Born and raised by the venerable bluegrass songwriter Irene Kelly, Sarah loves wild plants, animals, music, and people. She has the scars and stories to prove it. Sarah's songs are conceptual, yet relatable. Her voice is timeless, yet singularly her own, and her delivery can shift like the weather, from dark and sultry to light as a feather. So Alton, these are just a few of the events that will be happening in and around LaGrange during the week of May 29th through June 4th. We hope everybody will get out, enjoy themselves, have fun, stay safe. And back to you.
Lynne, I want to thank you for that wonderful lineup, and I know that our public will come out and take full advantage of it as the weather continues to be nice and people want to be out and about and see all the things that are taking place. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining us this week. My guests have been from the LaGrange Art Museum. I had on the interim director, Lynne Holle, as she talked about a number of things that the LaGrange Art Museum is offering, and I want to pay special attention to the True Colors Summer Art Camp that will be taking place June the 5th and running all the way through July the 28th. So by all means, young people, if you're interested in going out and taking full advantage of the art camp, give them a call or go to their website, and I'm sure they'd be happy to have you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for joining us City Week this week. And on behalf of Lynne Holle, I want to just say to Sarah Holle, your mom says she hopes that you have a wonderful summer. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining for City Week this week. And as always, I want to invite you back for more of City Week.